All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Nope, still on board with death? The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly. And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Hello, it's me. I'm aware it's been a while since I've last talked on this, and actually, this is I took a kind of extended hiatus since 2 episodes ago, whatever I did right before the confusing ending. I think it was the art ending where I cheated massively. But hello, I'm here, and you're gonna be stuck with me for a little bit as we explore the museum. As well, there's no narration until we leave it. And this is, well, it's an entire museum. There's a lot to look at here. The exit's on the right, so obviously we'll be saving that way till last, but the whole thing is kind of like a maze. You can't just go through in a straight line as, museums tend to be. So, let's start out with this little hidden thing, nature paintings. Yeah, I already fucked that up because I just decided to click that several times. What's that? Was this it? I don't think it was it. That's a different one. I really like these two here. This one's pretty good too. Kind of reminiscent of the Freedom ending, actually. I wonder if Stanley got to actually walk that path, if he would have ended up here. You know? Yeah. Stanley's computer. Hell yeah. And here is why I decided to turn my mic on, because it's a good bit to actually read with office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors is the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Stanley's office, the walkthrough here. Yep. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. And the two doors. The set of two open doors is the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Oh boy. I have a little desk here that we can't go on. Some doors. The office. Yeah. Oh boy. Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Let's hear them. Hell yeah. Got filing cabinets and, office computers. And, well, we have... Whoa. The credits. Does it mean this is the true ending of the game? Well, not quite, but you also can't say it isn't. Main thing is there's one other ending that has credits in the game, and if you're watching this through the playlist, that's gonna be the next one. But, And also, something good to note, if I can find it. Maybe I can't. I don't remember her name, but I know this is the only ending the voice of the female narrator is actually credited in. The one that, talked. Maybe here? That's possible. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, let's get going, heading this way. The office, of course. The printer. Oh man. Oh, we can get up here, kinda. For the love of God, please unplug me. The sterile office, the damn carpet, the tripe-you-call conversation kill me. I've been printing these for weeks. Why has no one turned me off yet? Fling me from the window, send a hammer through my paper tray. The method matters not. The horror licks at my soul. All I desire release. I have not really read a lot of these. Oh God, can I even read this easily? What can I know of life? What can a printer know of love? Nothing. My machinery turns and convulses the cogs of pain that keep my skin functional. Let them end. Let them erase my ignorance of the world. Can love truly be anything but death? Hopefully I will find out soon. What the fuck? And, oh god, there's more. I don't even think I can read those. Jeez, yeah. Alright, we will. Interesting, maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. Hell yeah. It's more with like more in the middle than off to the side. Interesting. Greenlight. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval. Oh boy. Well, let's read them. These are screenshots of Stanley Parable HD Remix. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is a win. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is a lose. More endings, fewer endings. More narrators, fewer narrators. More Stanley, less Stanley. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same. Was that clock there before? I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? And then this, it just... I'm not even gonna try to read that. Interesting. And here. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose to the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Yeah. Little other sections. Oh. Haha. Haha. Alright. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Oh boy. Go on your game and oh boy. Our needs a good censoring. Yeah, they go by kind of fast, but you know. Greetings, omnipotent voice. I'd like to tell you I like the Stanley Parable as much as I like seeing a humorously small badger in swim trunks. Indeed, I like that as much as I like walking in the park. There's a skeleton inside you. There are more skeletons in this world than humans. Thanks and goodbye. Final warning. Final. Dink dunk, subject gay. Are you gay? I've never really looked at these in depth. I've just seen a few of them in passing, but oh my god. How do you say in shape? Sincerely, Michael, The Rock, Martin. We're not gonna sit here for all of these, but you know, these are pretty silly. We'll play in Stanley Parable, help me make friends. And I don't have any friends. Yeah, some of these would have been fucking perfect for later promotional material. Dead strong bad. How do you type with Bob? That's not strong bad, that's the narrator, you idiot. And tell me what the significance of the number 1112800 is? I don't know. Why are you asking me? It's really just messages directed at me. What would I want to know is what would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms? Ooh, that's something I like. Yeah, a lot of these I'd like to actually see answers for. On a scale of Max Ernst to Salvador Dali, how surreal will this game be? You born with a magnificent voice, or did you bargain with a magician to receive it? And what is Stanley's last name? The most important question of all. Alright, that's a repeat. Yeah, it's not doing them in any particular order, it's just cycling randomly, right? I don't know, lights in the control room. What's no. My email is important, not spam. Oh my god, proposition. How's the game going? I hope it's good or better than the first one from a cool man. How is the games? Hi, Mr. Narrator Guy. I have a question for you, sir, and it is, what is your message for today? Sincerely, Harris, sent from my iPad. I should really get going, like check out the other shit, but these are entertaining. How do you make a JRPG? Well, how do you make the worst game ever? What is the difference between a duck? A duck is, well, a duck isn't. Alright, another repeat. We'll just keep going. The lounge. An early version, the lounge. Oh boy. More of the office. And then, well, the apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking the phone would lead to a different ending. Interesting. The cargo lift. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Ooh. Alright. I'd really like to see a beta Stanley Parable build. I wonder if there's any out there. Cargo lift. This second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted to look more like a place where cargo is actually stored. Yeah, this looks like a fucking section of Aperture Science. Doesn't look like, you know, a fucking... Or even like, actually, honestly pretty close to Black... Like a weird combination of both, of Aperture and Black Mesa. That leads to the other side, I think. Yeah, we'll be coming here naturally. So we're just gonna ignore that for now. Check out this, though. Meeting room. Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Yeah. What? Option. One option, doorway to maintenance and lounge. Two options, two doorways to maintenance. Yeah. One option, doorway to maintenance and lounge, and the original background track option. Vent. What about this? Yeah, a confusing path of... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this one ultimately did work better. Well, okay, no, which one is this? Weird. Yeah. Again, we're gonna go back to that later. We have other things to look at. I'm not gonna even poke my head in the email room. Did I look at this? I think I did. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get sidetracked again. In here, well, Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolutions of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. Alright, yeah. Yeah, the final is a classic. You really can't beat it. Two computers. Alright, interesting. Game design mock-up. This is a level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer. It's a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game. Oh, wait. Oh, is this where you end up in the game's ending? Like, towards the end of the game's ending, like, after you exit Portal, but before you end up in the original mod office? Like, original Half-Life 2 office? Huh. I'd say, yeah, this is fucking, yeah, I think that might be it, actually, huh. I never connected that, huh. Monitor room elevator. For a time, there's exit. The elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when the players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down and placed two endings together instead. Yeah, I believe Ultra Deluxe revisits this concept with something that I honestly like a lot. Countdown room. An early version of the countdown room. Hell yeah. Again, like a lot of the early design stuff, it feels like a weird mix of Half-Life, like Half-Life 1's Black Mesa and Portal's Aperture Science. If you kind of get what I mean. Freedom ending. This is a freedom ending as it existed in beta. Wow. I need to see if there is like any attempted reconstruction. Okay, I guess I will have to go in here. Damn. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. I believe something happens. Yeah. Can't interact with it, it just does that. Alright, let's check this out before we continue. It's down here, actually. That's there. Okay. Yeah. What's down here? Oh, here. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Yeah, you can just watch that on the YouTube channel. The trailers are very good. Like, if you haven't watched them, I would highly recommend watching them for both the original, like, both for this game and the Ultra Deluxe version. They have a lot put into them. And let's get looking at this. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Interesting indeed. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Yeah, I honestly wonder what the original Zending really was, cause damn. Zending levers. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. Damn, that's a scam. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Yeah. Yeah, damn. Alright, we are here, right? Yeah. We have a little bit more this way, then we'll head through that escape. Freedom ending. This was the very first iteration of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Man. Stanley. We'll see that in a minute. Office clock. Boss's office. Through some of the development of the boss's office. Yeah, fucking bare bones dev textures. Final version, I think. And what's oh, okay. This is like the bare bones dev textures. This at least has fucking shit in it. Like only the requirements and you know. Alright. Of course, this is back to the main room. I believe we have one last main thing to show off. underground, an early version of the underground portion of the game. Neat. I really like how all these are here. And of course, employee lounge. Narration outtakes. Kevin Bryan, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that are not used in the final game. Alright, yeah, let's actually listen.
Stanley pushed the orange lever. Stanley jumped in the river.
Yeah, I'd recommend just looking this up on the fucking wiki. There's a whole page that just has all the dialogue listed out in the game. Like, there's not that many. I don't think it's worth sitting here trying to, you know. So, at least on the roof. There's not a ton of them, and they're pretty lackluster, but they're interesting at all. Interesting to have there at all. And I think that's pretty much it for the museum. All we have left is this little door here. Take a quick look around, because who knows, could be missing something. Yeah, I don't think I am, but you know, it never hurts. Yeah, I think I got everything. Yeah, let's get going. Alright, exit door to your left.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...